Hey, this is Ken at Capital Advantage Tutoring. It's my job to get you past the Series 65 and 66 exam. So we know they've added a lot of things to the 65 and 66 as of June of 2023. Who knows when you want to? I could have been dead for years by the time you watch this. Who knows? But they added things like a thing about SPACs. They talk about protection of older people, seniors, and stuff like that. They also talked about employee stock options, which we're seeing show up. I've seen people get that, and they're getting questions on it. So I'm going to do a video now on that. I'm then going to do a longer one with all the other things that employees can do. Share appreciation rights, employee stock ownership plans, employee stock purchase plans, stuff like that. Phantom income, phantom stock. These are all things that employees can give you. Stock grants. These are what they call RSUs, right? Restricted stock units. These are all things that employees can give you. Employers can give you to say thank you. Whatever. They're trying to bribe you to keep you stay, but that's their idea. So let's get into the employee stock options, and then we'll see what else we get to. So employee stock options. So if you're lucky enough to get those, if you have a good company, right, they're going to give you these options to buy stock at a fixed price instead of giving you actual shares. So they're going to give you the ability to buy stock at a fixed price. It's like a call. It could be long-term, 2, 3, 4, 10 years maybe. And they give you the right to buy stock, company stock at a price. Now, the good thing is you get it as a sort of compensation, like, oh, hey, you're doing a good job. Here's some options to buy the stock. And if you're at a good company, that's great. If you're at a shitty company, well, it sucks. Doesn't matter. But what happens is you're going to get these. And the good thing is you don't actually pay taxes on them until you exercise them. So the right gives you the ability to buy stock at a price. So let's say it gives you the right to buy stock at 40, okay? If the stock's above 40, at any point after the vesting schedule, which I'll get to, you can exercise it and buy the stock at 40. That's when you get taxed, okay? You're going to get taxed right then when you exercise it. Let's get into vesting first. So you understand what vesting is. Vesting is, say you get 1,000 options. They'll say maybe it vests over 4 years. So you have them, but you can't do anything with them. So what happens is after like 1 year, 25% of those options, 250, become exercisable. And then after the second year, another 25. And so vesting is the time period, I guess is the word, of when you can start using them. Okay. So you get them and they say they have a 4-year vesting schedule over 4 years. So maybe they'll say 25% comes vested after a year, then another 25 after 2, then another 25 after 3, and then they're fully vested after the 4th year. That part is not taxable, okay? The vesting part is not taxable. It's when you exercise it. So what's going to happen is you don't owe taxes on it. And here's the other problem. If you leave early, you may not get them. If you leave before they're vested, you may miss out on some of those. So it's kind of like, we always joke, they call them golden handcuffs. The taxable part happens this way. If you have the right to buy shares at $50, that's what these options let you do. If the stock is in trading at 55, you will pay tax on that $5 at ordinary income. The reason they say it's at ordinary income is because they consider that part of your compensation. So again, you have the right to buy it at 40, you exercise 100 of them, whatever, it's trading at 50, you'll be taxed on that 10, okay? That should be taxed on. Now, that creates a new cost basis. It is taxed as ordinary income, the difference between the strike price and the market price, the fair market value. Then you get taxed on that. And then later, if after you get the shares, you get taxed again when you sell the shares, because you got the shares, that's a taxable event. Then when you sell the shares, you're going to pay tax on the difference between where they were trading when you bought them and where they're trading now when you sell them. So again, stock's trading at 50, you have the right to buy them at 40. You exercise them, you're going to pay tax on the $10. Your cost basis now, for effect, $50. If you then sell them at 80, you're going to pay taxes on $30, which is fine. You're making a profit. You hold those shares from exercise for more than a year, you're going to be paying a lower capital gains rate of 15 to 20%. If you do it a year or less, you're going to be paying a capital gains rate, but it's going to be the same as your ordinary income. So employee stock options are really great a way to reward employees. Okay. So this is for the 65. When you get them, they're not taxable. When you exercise them, they're taxable on the difference between the strike price and the fair market value. And then when you sell the options, you're going to pay taxes from that fair market value to where you sold it. You're going to pay the difference there. And that's going to be at capital gains. It's either a long-term or a short-term capital gain. These things are not like options on the exchange. You get them for free. They're part of your income. You do not get to trade them. They are not tradable, okay? You have to exercise them or let them expire.